It's hot. Why did it happen? I went to bed, closed my eyes, and said goodnight, but in the next instant my world turned red. It's hot. My mom woke me up before the loud noises did. It was bright even though it was nighttime. My dad held me as he ran through the burning hallway. It's painful. I heard my mom's voice behind us. My dad told me I should be fine by myself. He patted my head and told me to wait here. I nodded and did as I was told. It hurts. It wasn't much different outside. My eyes were hurting because everything was red. That's why I closed them and ran. I wanted to go to a place that wasn't hot. When I looked back, my house was no longer there. I probably got punished because I didn't do as I was told to. My eyes hurt. I cried as I walked. I had to go back to my house and wait, but I didn't know where my house was anymore. I raised my head, which I had kept hidden with my hands until now, and I finally confronted the scene. A scene that we've seen many times in many other routes. The town was burning far away. The fire that cannot be put out was an event that cannot be redone. It happened 10 years ago. The fire was far away, not in the sense of distance, but in the sense of time. Yes. My skin was hurting. My throat hurt when I breathed in. My skin creaked by staying alive. I moved my legs wanting to escape, but something heavy entangled around my legs in like shackles. I knew that it's the presence of death waiting to take me. But it sure was hot. My nails tearing my throat were discolored. The air I breathed in stung my burned esophagus. My eyes abandoned their function, and my brain was being steamed inside my skull. Why? It's hot. 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 Holy shit. It's hot. It's hot times 1,000. Oh, hey, look, it's the Eye of Sauron. I remember now. I'm actually in Mordor. This place was hot, really hot, but it was cold, dreadfully cold. It passed the boiling point to reach the freezing point. The burning blood froze up, and everything in my view was inverted. Everything was hot. That's why it was cold, and still, it was ridiculously hot. But it was also cold. But what was the cause of it? The Eye of Sauron! A black sun was in the sky. I didn't find it strange that the sun was up during the night or that the sun was black. After all, everything was inverted, so such things should have been normal. But I ran away. I got scared and ran away. I wasn't afraid of the raging fires. Compared to that black shadow, burning up and dying seemed like a human death. That's why I ran away. I knew I'd be taken someplace even worse if that thing caught me. But I think you guys know what that actually is. That's actually the Holy Grail. I blankly stared at the sky. I found out that it was going to rain soon, and my outstretched hand slowly fell to the ground. Well, that was quite a nightmare. Ugh. I slowly opened my eyes. I look around my room, my mind still asleep. It was a dream. I sigh with relief in my futon. How many years has it been since I sighed with relief after seeing a nightmare? But that was a vivid dream. My temples feel hot. I used to have this nightmare all the time. Seems like you still do. It all happened 10 years ago. Back then, my memories of the event were still terribly vivid, and I would wander through the fire every time I fell asleep. I thought I would never be able to forget about that day. That sky, the smell of burning air, the surrounding wall of fire, everything was real again once I fell asleep. That doesn't change even now. But the vividness should change. Wounds heal and memories fade. For the past few years, all I saw when I had that dream was a field of red. What did my dream contain as far as the smell of burning air? And what was that? I don't remember such a thing, nor do I recognize it. No, first of all, I did not see such a thing. I feel sick to my stomach. I get dizzy when I try to think about it. The breaker in my body tips, telling me not to think about it. I'll get up. I'll wash my face and clear my mind. My body is sweaty, probably because of the dream. My pajamas are damp with my sweat, and my head feels light. Huh? My arm feels heavy. I realize that I don't even have the strength to get up. Hey, what's going on? Damn, even talking takes effort. That must have been a pretty intense dream. When I place my hand on my forehead, I realize it's hot. Apparently it's given us a deathly fever. Wow, did I catch a cold? I'm surprised. I don't think many colds prevent you from moving. This is the first time I've caught a cold. I've had bruises pretty often, but I've never caught a cold. That's strange. Pretty much everybody catches colds. That must be why I had such a dream. My body was hot, so the dream was hot as well. Oh, that makes sense. My head is blank, so it's natural for me to dream such a... Yeah, like that. Which I probably can't show because YouTube. Oh. Wait, what am I just lying around for? Why? How can this be? I jump up. Okay, well, we can move. Never mind. I check inside my futon. This isn't the time to worry about little things like being sick. What are you afraid you're going to find in there, Shiro? I have to check something far more important. If it... He is checking for that. If it happened, I have to go take a bath, bleach and dry the evidence, or it'll hinder my future ability to have a say in anything. We must cleanse it with fire. To put it simply, the value of the Emiya Shiro stock in this house will plummet. Man, has Shiro, like, never jerked it before or anything? I guess not. Like, he's acting fucking really paranoid about this. Wait, it doesn't seem like it. Good. There's no one in my futon with me, and there's nothing wrong with my body. It was a dream. Yeah, it had to be. I didn't go to school in my sleep, nor would Tosuke ever want to, do it with me. Well, this isn't Unlimited Blade Works, so... Well, actually... No, she still does, actually. That's not much of a spoiler. Tosuke still kind of has a crush on Shiro. I think she does in every route. So it had to be a dream. I have my pajamas on, and Saber was sleeping in the room next to mine. That's actually pretty bad. I can see why he's a little bit concerned in that case. Yeah, there's no way Saber would miss me leaving the house. I sigh with relief. Hopefully Saber doesn't find out about this. The strength floods out of me, and I fall back onto the futon. Shiro, what was that sound? I hear Saber's voice from the other side of the door. Uh-oh. This isn't gonna make things any better. See? That's all it takes to alert Saber, so that had to be a dream. It's a dream. It's so a dream. I'll never be able to look Tosuke in the eye again if it's not. Shiro? Yo! Good morning, Saber. What is wrong, Shiro? It is not like you to greet me lying down. Well, something unexpected happened. Saber tilts her head in wonder. Well, it's great that the whole event was just a dream, but the troubles keep coming. My body feels heavy and I can't stand up. How will I make breakfast? Just calm down. Just wait for it to calm down. I know Saber's not making it better, but... 37.6 degrees? Wow, it's rare for you to catch a cold. She gives me her diagnosis after looking at the medical thermometer. Well, that's about what I expected, but I didn't know a cold can make your body feel so heavy. Oh, so we do have a cold. So, does it hurt anywhere else? Does your throat or head hurt? No, nothing like that. Just my body feels heavy and hot. Is that weird? It's not normal. And you're not normal, Shiro. You're a monster. I guess we should just be glad that nothing's hurting. Is that your diagnosis as a doctor? Then again, you might not have noticed the pain because you're the type who just deals with it. I'll have some other medicines ready, just in case. Fujine takes out some cold medicine and cough drops from the first aid kit. She's good at treating wounds, but I guess she's not used to treating sick people. Thanks, Fujine, and I'm sorry, I don't think I can cook breakfast. That is unforgivable! Don't say such a stupid thing. Which do you think is more important, food or Shiro? It's good Saber-chan came and got me. I would have been really mad if you tried to make breakfast like that. She really is mad. And she's right, that should have been obvious. And you don't have to worry about food. Sakura-chan is going to make some rice porridge for you, so you can eat that when you get hungry. Ugh. What? Sakura made some rice porridge? That's disgusting. That must mean she's feeling better. Are you alright, Sakura? You seem to be doing worse than me. You don't need to worry since I've recovered. I wasn't scared at all at night, and I got a good night's sleep. It's all thanks to your treatment. That's good to know. What the fuck? Is Fujine like onto us or something? He's like, oh, I know what you two did something. By treatment, you mean you had sex with her, didn't you? I thought she would take longer to get over the cold, but I'm glad she's recovered in one night. Oh, I forgot about that. Sakura-chan was the one with the cold yesterday, wasn't she? How did you treat her, Shiro? Huh? That's true, but what about it? Stop making that face. Yeah, don't make that cat face. Whatever it's supposed to be. Oh, so you did something that made you catch her cold? Huh? What do you mean by that? Like direct physical contact? Oh, you don't get it? Sakura-chan's recovered, right? Then you must have done something. I hear you recover from a cold if you give it to someone else. Oh God, please go away. I look at Sakura in confusion. I don't get it. Oh. And I finally understand what Fujine is talking about. Are you stupid? I just gave her some medicine yesterday. Don't even joke about it, Fujine. That's rude to Sakura. I can tell that my face is getting red. My temperature shoots up another degree. I'm kidding. I know you're not man enough for that. Oh! Oh, shit. You're gonna regret those words a bit. That's offending as well. But I'm glad the misunderstanding has been cleared up. Good. And I'll report to the school about your absence. So you're to rest today. Please take care of Shiro, Saber-chan. He'll keep trying to do something if you let him be. So you'd better just tie him to the futon. That's probably what you would do. That is my intention. Oh, she's actually gonna do it. I am to look over him so that he does not escape and feed him appropriately. Wow, that's a scary way to put it, but you have the right idea. Please do. Saber making food. She's going to... Has she ever cooked before? I don't think she knows how to cook. Saber nods silently. Is it just me or did I feel a chill run down my spine? Well, just listen to what Saber-chan tells you until we get home. I'll buy you something nutritious for dinner, so you're going to rest today and cure that cold of yours. Fujine smiles at me while making unreasonable demands. I notice Sakura behind her, looking like she wants to say something. We're leaving! Look forward to my souvenir! Souvenir? Fujine waves goodbye and leaves. Okay then. So, I'm guessing we're actually not going to rest? Phew. Once I've seen her off, I return to my futon. I only walked out to the porch, but by the time I got back, I'm so tired that I practically collapse into bed. I don't have a bad cold, but my body is dead tired. I should sleep and get my energy back, or else I won't be able to do anything. Then, even though it's past 7:30, Sakura comes to my room. Sakura, it's 7:30 already. You won't make it unless you leave soon. Sakura looks down awkwardly. When I realize she has the same expression as before. Senpai, can I stay here? She raises her head and asks me a question. Staying here means she's not going to school, right? Well, no shit. Oh, are you still a bit sick? Or she's gonna get sick again if she stays. No, the fever's gone, but, Sakura's words trail off. She does look a bit pale, and it seems impossible that she could recover in only one night. I see. So you were sick after all, but is that alright? Oh wait, she was still sick? You lying bitch. Don't you have to call the school and let them know? Your brother won't be very happy about it. No, I'm thinking of skipping. That's not very nice. That's not a very, innocent, nice girl thing to do, Sakura. She kind of comes off as that, but now she's like, oh, I'm going to be a bad girl and skip. She's going to be skipping school? That's like one of the worst things she could do. It's terrible, especially not in like an anime type game. Can't skip high school. High school is like the most important thing ever. Why? You're sick, so you're not skipping school. You have to stay home if you're not feeling well. I feel fine. Oh, bullshit, how the fuck? What? I thought she was sick. She's not sick? Sakura hangs her head even more. I don't get it. What does Sakura want to tell me? I want to fuck you right here. Even though you have a cold. I think you caught the cold because of me. What? You actually believe Fujine's ridiculous story? Don't worry, it's not true. I take walks during the night, so that must have been it. I still don't care. I'm feeling well, so I want to skip school and take care of you to show my appreciation for what you did for me yesterday. She's so tense that she might shatter if I poke her. I guess Sakura feels responsible for my cold. To be honest, it's relieving to have Sakura here. Saber has to sleep, so it'll be a big help if she can prepare my medicine and stuff. And hopefully the food, too. Senpai. Okay, please do it, Sakura. You're right. Saber-san is here, so there's nothing I can do here. Huh? Senpai? Yeah, please take care of me, Sakura. You're talking about me, right? Yeah, Saber has jet lag, so she sleeps during the day. It'll be a huge help if you can cook lunch. Good. We don't have to worry about Saber burning everything. Okay. I'll do my best, Senpai. Her tension gone, Sakura replies with a smile. Yeah, a smile like this suits Sakura. It's 11 a.m. now. After eating the rice porridge Sakura made, I feel much better. Ugh, God, that sounds gross. My body doesn't feel heavy anymore. I have no trouble moving, so I should be able to go to school if I feel like it. But, as soon as I try to get up, suspecting my illness was simply caused by malnutrition. Oh, no, Senpai! You have to rest until your fever goes away! You better lay back down, bitch. Oh, get up. Sakura comes to check on me. Phew. So, I'm still resting because Sakura's dead set on looking after me, and to be honest, I'm still feeling a bit sluggish. After bringing me the rice porridge, Sakura left the room, saying that she had something to do. Saber is resting in the living room right now. She was keeping watch in this room, but I had her move to the living room so that I could have a little peace of mind. She objected, but then relented when I told her that it'd only be for today. I wouldn't be able to sleep if somebody was just watching me like that. Imagining like Saber standing in the corner of the room just watching Shiro. You better go to sleep, bitch. You better heal so we can fight more masters. Excuse me, Senpai. How do you feel? I'm getting better thanks to you. My body still feels heavy, but my fever's gone. That's good. Then you won't need to take any medicine. All you have to do now is eat good food and rest. Uh-oh. Saber has something to say about this. Okay, that's not Saber. I thought Saber was in the other room. Sakura goes into the next room and brings in a new futon. What are you doing, Sakura? I'm getting a new futon. You've been sweating all day, so I thought you might want to clean one. Did he not even notice that? She lays the futon next to me in a skillful manner. It doesn't stir up any dust, to my surprise. It's ready, Senpai. Please move over here. Oh, you need to change before that. I'll go dry this futon, so please get changed while I'm gone. Sakura prepares new pajamas for me in a flash. She's perfect. It's not just that she's good at this or that she's attractive. Or attentive, excuse me. Well, both of those, whatever. I bet this skill is in her genes. It has to be. It's in her genes to be the perfect wife. Did you say something, Senpai? She was like born to be a housewife. I did. I know I shouldn't be saying this, but I'm glad you skipped school today. I really do have a better opinion of you now. That's natural. It's been almost a year and a half since I started coming here, so I know all about your house. So you've essentially become our maid. Sakura puffs with pride. Her confident expression makes me smile. I see. Then I'll leave the futon to you. I'll act as a sick person and do as you say. Please do. I'm going to cut some apples for you after I dry the futon, so look forward to it. Carrying the futon I've been laying on, Sakura goes out into the hallway. Wow. She took care of all of it in one load. That sounds kind of wrong. Her enthusiasm surprises me, and I look up and I pick up the new pajamas. Well, I should towel myself off, change, and wait in the futon until Sakura comes back. How much time passed? Sakura brought me some apples as promised. I gladly ate them and... Jeez, you can't push yourself, senpai. Sakura scolded me, and I have to keep lying here even though I've recovered. So, did Saber help? Yes, she said she was tired of doing nothing, so she helped me clean the guest rooms. I see. I kind of wanted to see Saber wring a floor cloth. Did you two clean the hallway? Yes, we both worked hard. Saber-san was saying something about how it was useful, though. Sakura laughs as if she's a bit troubled. Even though she's used to Saber now, it still seems like she's not entirely comfortable around her. Well, thanks for your hard work, but don't push yourself too hard, okay? You just got over a cold. It's hard enough just to treat me, so you don't have to go around cleaning my house. That's not true. I spend my mornings here, and you always treat me to dinner. It's perfectly natural for me to clean this house because I'm part of this family. Oh. Okay then. Sakura murmurs as if she wishes for it to come true. You're right. Fujine, Sakura, and I are like family. Senpai. I'm sorry I was so reserved. There's nothing wrong with a family member nursing me back to health. I'd do the same for you if you got sick, no matter how much you complained. So it was stupid of me to be reserved. Reflecting on my actions, I can only apologize. The conversation stops, after gasping for a brief second. Yes, I'm glad you understand. I think you treasure others too much. Sakura smiles happily and adjusts my blanket. That makes me realize why this house is always clean. Why even the unused rooms are maintained and feel as lively as when Kiritsugu was around. Sakura, my friend's younger sister, the girl I've come to know so well, has protected my house even more than me. Every day has been peaceful for the past year and a half. I probably didn't notice because it felt so natural, but Sakura brought something that Fujine and I couldn't achieve by ourselves. I look up at Sakura absent-mindedly. Is it because of my fever or because Sakura is so happy to take care of me? Looking at Sakura's smile warms my heart and makes me drowsy. I really am sleepy. It feels good, so I should close my eyes and sleep until noon. But senpai, I really like that part of you. What? Whatever she just said, it made my heart jump. Sakura. Senpai? Were you awake? Sakura quickly jumps back. I can feel myself blushing at her surprised reaction. Sakura. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. I was looking at your face because, yes, I was trying to take your temperature. Even though you have no thermometer in your hand? Sakura takes out the medical thermometer in a hurry. Oh, okay, never mind. Senpai, here's the thermometer. I'm going to take your temperature, so please open your mouth. She must be in a panic as she tries to pin me with one hand while holding the thermometer in the other. Huh? I feel something soft. Oh, God. I think it's Sakura's breast rubbing against me. And we think about that scene again. My brain boils up. The sensation of a woman almost blows away my sanity. Whoa! Hold on, Sakura! Kia! I roll out of the futon using all my might. I have to get away from Sakura's from Sakura. Senpai, I want to take your temperature. It's fine. I can do that myself. So you stop right there. If you say so. Here's the thermometer, Senpai. No! Don't give it to me now. Please let me calm down. If I recall last night's dream and die, I'll recall last night's dream and die if you come near me right now. I can feel my face burning as I protest. Then, yesterday's dream? I must have acted really strange as Sakura looks at me dubiously. I just had a bad dream. I don't want to recall it right now, so please leave me alone. It's not your fault, okay? It's just that I need more training. You need more training? Sakura gapes at me. It's only natural. Anyone would be stunned in this situation. Senpai, what kind of a dream was it? I can't tell her about such a dream. It wasn't a big deal. It was just a bit disturbing. Senpai? Ugh, she's serious now. Probably because she's worried about me. I can't lie to her, but I can't tell her the truth either. Are we really going to do this right now? Why is this an option? Don't lie, evade the question. I think it would be bad if we told her the truth. I think that we should probably evade the question. I don't know. I mean, if that's wrong, then I really don't get why, but we're just going to go with this option, evade the question. There's a time and place for honesty. Yeah. I felt like if we were honest, then she would probably go serial killer mode. Kill somebody. Specifically Tosca. It burns my face just thinking about the dream, so I'd probably collapse from fever if I actually talk about it. Who was in your dream, Senpai? No one was in my dream. See, you forget about your dreams once you wake up, so I don't remember all of it. Really? Then I just want to know what you remember about it. See, now we're being interrogated. You idiot! I don't know when Sakura came close to me, but she draws near me. I'm telling you not to come near me right now. I'm sorry. The subject is off limits. Off limits, off limits. I wave my hand and roll further down the tatami. Damn, I really do need more training. I can usually ignore them, but now every move Sakura makes is catching my attention because of the dream I had. But please just leave me alone for a while. Don't you have to obey a sick person's requests? Sitting in the corner of the room, I protest to Sakura. Phew. Alright, I won't force it out of you. Even though it looked like you were doing that. I do want to know about it, but your fever might get worse if I push you. Sakura backs down. I'm sorry. I'm glad you understand how I feel. I quickly climb back into my futon. Well, Senpai, I need to go cook lunch, so please excuse me. I'll come get you when it's done, so please rest until then. Oh, okay. You do that. Sure. I'm sorry I asked you a weird question. I'll make some hot udon for lunch. Sakura leaves for the living room with a warm smile. Thanks for the meal. Thanks for the meal. We bow together. You're welcome. Wow, you both made everything in your bowls. Sakura starts to clean up after our lunch. There are 3 bowls and condiments on the table. Oh, I'll clean up. I'm feeling better, so please at least let me do this. Really? Then please do. As a test to see if you've recovered, I'll do the dishes, so please take the dishes to the kitchen and clean the table. Tying on an apron, Sakura heads to the kitchen. Well, I should carry these bowls in the pot in there. Are you alright, Shiro? I heard that your fever is broken, but you still look pale. Huh? Do I look that bad? No, your face just looks pale. You have a shortage of magical energy, the lifeline for a Magus. I noticed no problems during the battle last night, but that temple might have been set up to drain magical energy. Now that she mentions it, something was indeed strange at the Ryudo temple. Everyone in there was weakened. It's possible that Caster set up a boundary field to suck the life force from anyone inside. Well, I am feeling better, so there's no problem. My magical energy should return if I get some nourishment. My capacity isn't that large, so it should be back to normal once I eat dinner. Jeez, I will not inquire any further if you say so. Sakura is right. It seems you tend to make light of yourself. Saber starts stacking the bowls. I should hand these to Sakura, correct? I will take the pot as well, so please wipe the table, Shiro. Saber goes to the kitchen without waiting for my reply. Should I put the bowls here, Sakura? Saber-san? Oh, yes. Please put the dirty dishes there. I see. By the way, Sakura, lunch was very delicious. Please accept my thanks. I have a lot to learn. Senpai's the best when it comes to rice porridge and udon. I can hear friendly conversation from the kitchen. Oh, so Sakura is getting along with Saber. Maybe it's because they helped each other clean this morning. Either way, it's a good thing that they're getting along. Well, I should prepare some tea. I placed the tea leaves in the teapot on the table. It's almost 1 o'clock. It's a good time to take a break, so... Oh my god. The daily life of Emiya Shiro. I'll go shopping, I'll have a snack. TV comes after a meal. Going shopping in our condition probably isn't a good idea. I'll have a snack. I don't know. TV comes after a meal. Let's see. Okay, so he's taking a break. I have a fuck. Why is this? This isn't even an important decision, I'm pretty sure. Let's just... Fuck. TV. I should laze around after a meal. Your body needs to use its energy for digestion, and besides, tea tastes good after a meal. Yeah, I wouldn't think you'd eat something else after just eating lunch. I know it's shameful to leave the two of them to do the dishes, but they have a good atmosphere going in the kitchen. Since they have no common interests to talk about, they are doing the dishes together as a way of bonding. I'm gonna go watch Hell's Kitchen on TV. Wow, they're getting along well. I usually watch what's going on in the kitchen. This is actually better than TV. There's some program for housewives on TV. Desperate Housewives, Japan edition. In this peaceful atmosphere, I fully enjoy a short rest after a meal. My body is almost fully healed by the time I finish resting. The fever was probably the result of fatigue, so even half a day's rest did the trick. So, will you be using the afternoon to train? I nod back. Even though I just recovered, we can't waste any time. Magical skill doesn't improve after only one day, but physical skill should be different. It won't hurt to train until dinner. And thus, Shiro got his ass kicked by Saber once again. It's been a few hours since we started training. Saber's training is not what one would call kendo. Saber doesn't practice kendo to begin with, and it seems she has no intention to teach me swordsmanship. All she wants me to learn is the actual feeling of a battle. She's helping me gain experience in battle so that I can stay composed when I fight other masters, when our lives will be at stake. I'm grateful for that. There's no way she can teach me swordsmanship in a day or two. All I can rely on is my body, which I have trained until now. Then the best training I can get is practical experience, so that I'll be able to react normally in critical situations. There! Ow! Then, as soon as my focus wavers, Saber's Shinai strikes my chest. Shiro, do not let your guard down just because you are out of range. Range does not matter with the skills you have. The only place you can afford to let your guard down is in this house. Well, not even in the house, because this is where Lancer almost killed us again, if you remember. Sorry, I did let my guard down. I climbed to my feet, clutching my chest and coughing weakly. Jeez, you are surprisingly sharp at times, but defenseless at others. If you are able to control this... Saber looks outside. What's wrong, Saber? Well, Sakura is waving her hand at us from the porch. It seems she is calling for you, Shiro. Me? I wonder what it could be. Sakura couldn't bear to watch me get beaten up, so she begged us to stop training. She went back to the living room when I refused, but... I'm going to the living room for a bit. Is that alright? Yes, we have been training for 2 hours, so rest is appropriate. Thanks. I'll go get some tea while I'm at it. Oh, Senpai. Were you training with that woman again? Sakura is standing by the phone when I arrive. You have a phone call. She's been waiting for you. Sakura gets away from the phone. A phone call? At this time? Could it be Fujine? Maybe she wants to bring something she forgot. Or maybe she wants to tell me a joke she just came up with. Alright. Hello? This is Emiya. It's not this is Emiya! Why are you absent without my permission? I knew it was her. The receiver roars. What kind of magic is she using to make her voice rattle the walls through this small speaker? Man! I shake my head to clear the ringing in my ears. Are you listening to me? Are you okay? The stranger, Tosuke Rin, forges ahead without waiting for a response. I'm listening, so lower your voice. My eardrums will burst if you keep talking like that. Huh. Like always, you're missing the point. Well, it seems like nothing happened with the way you are. Jeez, I guess I was worried about nothing. See, I told you she has a crush on us in this route too. You're the one who never changes, Tosuke. Well, what do you want? Did something happen to make you come calling me like that? Yes, something did happen. You went to the Ryudo temple yesterday, even after I warned you not to. How do you know that? I had a lookout there. Well, I guess nothing happened seeing that you're okay. I imagine something slightly bad since you weren't at school today. Oh, so you thought I was killed? But usually people die before they're killed though, Shiro. Yeah, I thought you were torn apart and buried on that mountain. Well, I don't think that's a slightly bad imagination. Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm doing great. Well, I'm dying, but I'm hanging in there. So, what's your business? Huh? Well, you can stop sounding me out. Oh, you want to ask about the master of the Reupload temple, right? We beat him. Well, actually, he was already gone. He was betrayed by his servant, Castor. And, wait, I can't talk anymore about this subject. Even though I'm whispering, Sakura's behind me. I can't let her hear anything about people dying. Anyway, there's no servant or master at the Reupload temple anymore. That's what you wanted to know, right? Yeah, you're pretty thoughtful. Then I'm hanging up. I'm training right now, so my whole body's in pain. I end the conversation. Hold on! What? You don't have any more business, right? I do. Come to school tomorrow. I have something important to talk to you about. Smack. She slams the receiver down. Well, that's just like her. That's the soon. Man, how selfish of her. She got mad at me for going to school yesterday, and now she wants me to go tomorrow. I just don't understand women. I put the receiver down. I turned to go prepare the tea I promised. Then, I see Sakura hanging her head for some reason. Sakura, are you feeling alright? Yes, but I'm just wondering what happened to make you seem so happy. What? I seem happy? Did I look happy when I was on the phone with Tosuka? No way, I'm actually mad. That's why you don't even notice it yourself. Sakura looks away awkwardly. Huh? I wonder about her behavior as I'm about to make tea for the three of us. It's called jealousy, Shiro. By the time we finish our training, the sky is tinted red. I'm done preparing the yellowtail. We also need pumpkin and tomatoes, right? Oh, I've taken care of that. I'm putting the sauce on before I cook it. Oh, can you take out the bowl since I'll be making savory egg custard? What the fuck is that? Fujine went out and bought some crabs yesterday. We're gonna have crabs with it? Oh, the crab-flavored fish paste. Ew, God. I like that because they're tasty and nice looking. Sakura takes out the bowls and places them on the kitchen counter. I've actually had crab before. The crab meat is just really weird. It's really kind of stringy and I don't know. I don't really like crab, to be honest. I'm making dinner to thank her for everything she did today. I want Sakura to relax in the living room with Saber, but she stubbornly insists on helping me. Then, we're interrupted by the doorbell. Sakura's already here, so that means there's a visitor at my place. Oh, I'll go get it. If it's a newspaper salesman, I'll send him away. I think we probably know who that is. Sakura! Sakura goes up to the front door before I can stop her. I have a bad feeling about this. I put the radish down and go to the front door. The doorbell hasn't stopped ringing. Whoever it is, they must be hysterical. Yeah, we know who that is. Sakura unlocks the door to greet the visitor. At that instant. Oh, I actually thought that was Tosuka. Why aren't you coming home? I hear a heavy sound and some angry words. It happened in an instant. The doorbell doesn't stop. Who is it? Sakura opens the door while calling out to the visitor. Shinji throws the door open and storms in. Oh look, it's douchebag McGee. Nissan. Hey, why aren't you coming home? As soon as Shinji sees Sakura, he raises his arm and... Oh! He smacks her, but what slams into her cheek isn't the palm of his hand, but a fist. What? I run. Sakura hits the wall and crumples to the floor. Shinji runs to Sakura with his arm ready to punch her again. What are you doing, Shinji? Huh. I'll do whatever I want. If she spends the night at someone's house without my permission, it's only natural that she gets punished. It's natural? Are you deaf? I'm saying a piece of shit who won't do as she's told deserves to get hit. You're the one who's seducing her in the first place. How are you any different from me? We're both using Sakura as we please. I'm speechless. I seriously... Oh, what's that? You got to do her once last night, and now you don't want to let her go because you want more? I can't blame you. Sakura is... Oh, so he's admitting to have done things with her. Oh, God. Yeah, I told you guys in this route, Shinji is more of a piece of shit than he is in the other routes. Want to kill Shinji. Huh? What's with that face? Are you stupid? Shinji. Oh, I like that tone. Alright, let's pick up where we left off, Emiya. I clench my fist. I can't stop myself. Oh, God. Well... I don't know. I actually don't know. Like, should we punch Shinji? I know Sakura wouldn't want us to. So maybe we should restrain ourselves. Don't punch Shinji. This is actually a hard choice. I really want to punch him. I do. But I don't feel like that's the right option. I feel like we should probably just restrain ourselves. Just tell him to leave. Alright, let's just go with the second one. I suppress my anger with all my might. What good will it do? My fight with Shinji has already ended. It's meaningless to attack Shinji now, and I can't fight Shinji in front of Sakura. Please stop, Nissan. Please don't do it here. I get myself together with her voice. Sakura. What a surprise. Isn't this the first time you've talked to me like that? Shinji's voice sounds more delighted than I've ever heard from him. Sakura is hanging her head, her body trembling. So, say it again. I couldn't hear you really well. Yes, I'll do anything you say, so please don't do it in front of Senpai. I'll go home if you tell me to. Oh, so you're going to do anything I say? Sakura nods. I see. If you're so determined, then I won't take you home. A big brother has to respect his sister's wishes, after all. Isn't that right, Emiya? Shinji. Don't make such a scary face. That was just a joke. People will form a bad opinion of you if you don't let go of your grudges. Shinji walks back to the front door. I really wish we would have just punched him. Bye. Take care of Sakura, Emiya. But don't forget what you just said, Sakura. Shinji waves goodbye and leaves. He leaves alone without taking Sakura with him. Well, that was easier than I thought it would be. We resume cooking. Unsure of what to say, I cut up the tomatoes and pumpkins in silence. The unbroken sound of chopping gives the kitchen an awkward atmosphere. The rice is done, Senpai. Fujimura-sensei isn't here yet, but we can start dinner without her, right? Oh, yeah, it's a bit early, but let's do that. Okay, I'll prepare right away. Sakura moves briskly, as if nothing happened. She's obviously pushing herself. Sakura pretends to be okay so that I won't be worried. I should act that way too if that's how Sakura is going to act. Sakura's the one who got hurt. If she's going to smile, I have to smile as well. Sakura. The sound of a bowl breaking causes me to turn around. Pieces of the shattered bowl are by Sakura's feet. Sakura suddenly collapses. She sinks to a sitting position, then keels over backward. Sakura! I quickly raise her off the floor. Ow! Sakura's body is burning hot, even through our uniform. Sakura! Hey, Sakura! Senpai? What's going on? There's no strength in her voice, but she tries her best to say something. It's not what's going on. You're still sick. Oh, no. I'm fine. You idiot! You wouldn't collapse like that if you were fine. Damn, I'm an idiot. I knew Sakura had a cold, but I overworked her without thinking. And to finish it off, there's what happened just now. After everything she's been through physically and mentally, it's natural that she'd collapse. I'm sorry for breaking the bowl, Senpai. I'll clean it up right away. Kya! I hold up Sakura in my arms. Senpai! Dinner can come later. I'm going to take you to bed and have you rest. Complain to me after you get better. I head to the outbuilding with Sakura in my arms. She's trying to say something, but I ignore her. I'm so mad that I can't talk. Sakura must have given up, as she's silent by the time we get to the guest room. She hangs her head but follows my directions. Although her face is flushed with fever, it doesn't seem all that bad. I leave her room. I'm changing the menu for tonight. I have to hurry and go make some rice porridge so that I can return her favor. Well, that's kind of strange. It's almost 10 o'clock. We ate dinner and it's time to start patrolling the area. Sakura is sleeping in the guest room. I ate dinner with Saber. Fujine never showed up, so she must be busy tonight. Shiro, it is almost time. Saber urges me. For tonight. Oh, man. This is another pretty hard choice. I'm not really sure. Patrol Shinto, patrol Miyama City, or no, I'm worried about Sakura. Considering this is the route involving Sakura, I believe that the best choice is probably just to stay here. Worried about Sakura. I can't leave Sakura alone tonight. It's not like it can do anything, but I want to stay here so that I can go help her if she needs help. Yeah, that's true. Sakura took care of us, so we should only return to the favor and take care of her as well. I'm sorry, Saber. We're not patrolling tonight. I'm worried about Sakura. Understood. I will follow your order. What? I'm surprised. I thought Saber would object, but she readily accepted my proposal. Please do not misunderstand. Sakura is not the only one who is sick. You are exhausted as well, so please rest for tonight. The extra time will help you replenish your magical energy. You are not to push yourself. Thanks, Saber. You do not need to thank me. I am your servant. It is natural for me to place my master's welfare first. Saber reaches out for her tea. So, Shiro, have you a reward for your considerate servant? Saber makes a cute request with her eyes full of expectation. Oh, I see. Hold on, Saber. I realize she wants something to eat with the tea, so I grab the cookies that Fujine brought for her. Saber is never full. Even though I can't patrol, I can still continue my training. I shut off my magic circuit. I sigh with relief after the stick of fire exits my spine. I've skipped my daily routine for the past few days, but it went pretty smoothly tonight. Even though it used to be a challenge, activating my magic circuit is easy now. Maybe it's because of my contract with Saber. But it's no good if it takes me a minute to do it. The only weapon I can use has to be prepared beforehand, but using my strengthening magic. If I'm attacked by surprise, I'll have no way of fighting back. If I can shorten the time to around 30 seconds, maybe I'll be able to do something. Maybe I'll ask Tosca about it. She might know how to quickly make a magic circuit. Well, I can't ask her just like that. Who knows what she'll demand in return? Your soul. I hear footsteps. The person is walking slowly. It's midnight. The person coming here under the moonlight is... Senpai? Are you still awake? The hell are you doing here? Sakura, who looks much better than earlier tonight. My mind blanks out. Sakura is wearing something I don't recognize. It takes me completely by surprise. It must be the change of clothes Fujine prepared for her, but seeing her in something other than her uniform makes my head spin. Senpai? Oh, yeah, I'm awake. Are you okay, Sakura? It's cold outside. Yes, my fever's almost gone. I came outside to refresh myself and heard a sound, so I thought it might be you. I see. Then all that's left is to warm yourself up and go back to sleep. That's good. I turn on the stove I just fixed. Good, it works. This should warm up the place. Here, it's still pretty chilly in here, but it's better than outside. If you're not sleepy anymore, I can keep you company. What kind of company? Okay, then please excuse me, Senpai. Sakura comes in, her steps steady and sure. Good, it looks like she's really better. That's a relief. It's warm, so this was fixable. Somehow. I almost didn't bother trying since it was so old. You're right. You got mad and said you'd rather fix the VCR Fujimura-sensei cut in half. But you couldn't throw it away, right? Well, I guess this stove wasn't the only obstinate one. It was broken, but it looked fixable, so I couldn't just leave it alone. You don't listen to others once you set your mind on something, Senpai. You seem sensible, but you're actually very stubborn. Did you know that? Am I stubborn? You are, and you're really forceful. You didn't listen to me earlier either. Even though Sakura's criticizing me, she's in a good mood. Well, I'm too happy to see her doing well to care about that. I'm sorry. I was too angry to think straight. You're right. You were just as mad at me as at yourself. Yes, I'm causing you lots of trouble, but I really was sorry because I thought I did something awful. Sakura is perfectly composed. It's probably partly because she just got over a cold, but she's not merely putting on a strong face. This seems like the real Sakura to me. I remember when I was a child, I always stayed in the house and couldn't say what I wanted. I thought everything would work out if I didn't say anything. But it didn't do any good. I didn't want to worry anyone, but never speaking worried Nissan and my dad even more. I see. But it's true that you cared for your father and Shinji, so I bet they knew how you felt. There are things that can be communicated without words. Yes, I hope that's true. So, what about you, Senpai? I don't hear much about when you were a child. When I was a child, I wanted to be a superhero. Me? I don't think I was too different. I was always running throughout the town during the daytime, making meals for my father and messing around with stuff here at night. I get embarrassed, so I scratch my cheek. Does it mean I'm a failure as a man if I haven't changed from when I was a kid? No, that would kind of be like how you were in the Fate route. Wow, you were running throughout the town? Yeah, I thought I was patrolling the town. I admired helping the weak and crushing the strong. My battlefield was mainly the park. I think it was an everyday thing to fight with children my age against people older than me. Now that I think about it, a smart and devil-like person was in my age group too. Guess that's probably Tosuko. I see, so you were protecting the town from bullies? You were like that even when you were little? Sakura, smiling like that reminds me of all the stupid things I did. So please stop, it's pretty embarrassing. It's not embarrassing at all. I would have been your sidekick if I met you as a child. A shy person like me needs someone to drag her outside. A sidekick? Oh, well, I might have trained Sakura every day if she'd been with me as a child. I would have run by the river or sat at the dojo with her. That's pretty much what a sidekick would do. Under my watchful eye, Sakura would become strong, and then she would turn into a devil like her. Oh, I thought... Oh, yeah, he was talking about Tosuko. Or her. Ugh. A chill runs down my spine. Good. I'm really glad that Sakura is modest. Tosuko doesn't like that. You motherfucker. Senpai. Huh? Oh, I was out of it. I was just talking to myself, so please don't worry about it. Okay, that's fine, but can I ask you an awkward question? Okay, what? I heard this from Fujimura-sensei. Is it true you were adopted into the Emiya family? Huh? Didn't I tell you? I'm adopted, just like Fujine told you. Senpai, that means... Well, it's true, and it's nothing I should hide. Why are you asking such a thing? Don't you care about it? You were adopted into a stranger's family, so, weren't there a lot of things you didn't like? Oh, did Fujine give you the wrong idea? Well, it might have looked that way when I first came here, but it wasn't hard on me, and there was nothing I didn't like. Then, was it fun for you, Senpai? This is the first time I've been asked this question. After that fire, my first year here was spent healing my wounds, and after that, my time until now has been spent in a constant motion. I studied magic to be more like Kiritsugu, and I ran around the town looking for the reason why I only survived that night. I never had time to wonder if I was enjoying myself. I don't know. I don't know if it was fun for me or not. I just wanted to be like my father. You mean to be a superhero like Fujimura-sensei said? Sakura asked timidly. To that. Yeah. Is that weird? I answer while scratching my cheek. No, I don't think so. It's amazing that you're so sure of yourself. Her words are calm. I usually get embarrassed from such words, but her words hit me so much that I'm tempted to thank her. Here's another question. Would you be able to forgive me if I became a bad person? What? My head blanks out from the sudden question. But to answer seriously, no. I get mad if you do something bad. I'd get more mad than anybody else. I'd probably be first in line to scold her. I'm glad. I'd want you to do that. Sakura nods in relief. Seeing her smile makes me think that something like this happened before. I'm going back to my room. Good night, senpai. Sakura leaves. As I see her off, I try to remember where I've seen that smile before, but my memory fails me. I return to my room. I lie on the futon, trying not to wake Saber, and right when I'm about to close my eyes, I remember now. In a sudden flash of insight, it comes back to me. Yes, it was in the shed, just like tonight. It was 2 years ago. No, 1.5 years to be exact. It happened during the summer 2 years ago. I continued to refuse every time Sakura offered to come help me at my house. But Sakura did not give up and kept visiting my house with obstinacy you would never expect from her. I gave up. Well, Sakura's effort beat me to be exact, but I called Sakura to the shed and admitted my defeat. You beat me, I lost, so I'll give you this. It was an old key. I gave Sakura the key to my house that I kept in the shed which Kiritsuyu used to use. Surprised, Sakura tried to refuse. She said something ridiculous about how a stranger couldn't possibly accept such a gift. Hey now, you're coming to help me every day, so you're no stranger. Please feel free to use this. It would help me out if you did. I forced the key into her hands, and that's when I saw it. Okay, thank you, senpai. This is the second gift I've received from someone dear to me. Sakura smiled happily as she nodded. Oh, I see. That's what's been bugging me. Sakura works hard and always has a warm smile, but that was the last time her smile looked satisfied. Uh-oh. The Reupload Temple. The land is desolate after Castor has disappeared. The monks, who have collapsed from an unknown cause, have left the mountain to leave the temple empty. The gate is shut firmly, so neither worshippers nor monks can enter this place. Damn, what a stench. This is a real stinker. A voice echoes through the place that should be desolate. A lean blue figure glows in the moonlight. The sturdily built man with the crimson spear is a servant called Lancer. Oh well, the boundary field is still here, even though Castor's dead? No, this is too crude. Her work was much more polished than this. Lancer looks around the temple. The red lance is in his hand. His objectives are to gain information and to keep watch. He is unwilling, but he cannot disobey his master's command. It is his policy to follow any command given to him and to accomplish the mission. That is why he has fought several servants and ended up in a draw with each. As long as he serves his master, Lancer will never start a fight. This is no exception, and he has to investigate the Reupload Temple. If that is the case, why is his lance in his hand? His weapon, his noble phantasm, can be summoned whenever needed. There is no need for him to hold his lance when there is no enemy before him. Damn, what a racket. I thought Castor was the master of wind, but maybe she used water instead. This place is crawling with leeches and spiders. He walks through the temple. He seems too vulnerable and defenseless to be a servant. He is so defenseless that if, and this is an if, there is another servant here, he would be attacked and killed in an instant. But who knows? Maybe the head can be replaced. There's nothing here but rotten insects. It's your habitual practice to nest on deserted houses. Lancer doesn't stop cursing. The blue spearman gives a speech as if to persuade a person who is not here. But there's one big one. I don't know where it is. I don't know where it was born, but it looks like it was raised by beasts deep within a mountain. And what is this? A smell of sand? Huh. I thought you were a big spider, but you turned out to be a dirty sandworm. Why the hell should I have to come and investigate a wretch like you? Whoa! The silver lights are deflected. 3 rays of light streak forth from the darkness, only to be struck down by Lancer's lance. So there was something here. The deflected lights are daggers called dirks. They are not a weapon to be held onto and slash. They are not a weapon to be held onto and to slash with, but a weapon to be thrown. The daggers were thrown with great speed at Lancer's eyes and throat. You're pretty good, but don't do that again, sandworm. I don't like getting killed without a greeting first, and more importantly, it will be fatal for you. The blue figure stands firm before the darkness. In the darkness in front of Lancer is a laughing skull, white as the moon. It's the assassin from Fate Zero. The battle starts without a signal. Lacking human words, the white skull attacks Lancer with an inhuman shriek. and Lancer meets his assault without twitching a brow. The skull tosses daggers with a precision rivaling that of Archer. 30 are thrown from close range as he runs through the darkness, but Lancer easily repels every one. The skull comes to an abrupt stop. It is abnormal. No matter how great a spearman Lancer may be, he could not possibly block all the daggers. Furthermore, he is using a long lance. How are the daggers, fired accurately in between his swings, all deflected? Hey, don't tell me that's all you can do. Lancer's presence changes. He stops, and his hostility changes to a clear intent to kill. Then this is it. I don't know who you are. Well, I guess I'll at least take off that mask of yours. Daggers flash through the darkness. A rapid barrage is unleashed as a counter to Lancer's charge. But he blocks even that. Although the daggers cannot be perceived, he turns them aside with a slight swing of his spear. The skull is the one shivering. Unable to speak human language, he can only swallow his scream and watch as the enemy comes to take his life. He throws a dagger at the small opening in between Lancer's strikes. The skull's mask trembles. Lancer breaks the dagger, turns his spear in a full circle, and smacks his opponent's chin from below. Defense and counter. He performs both actions in one motion. Already committed to his attack, the skull cannot respond to such a maneuver. The white mask falls from his face. Lancer does not keep attacking. His order is merely to observe his foes. Even if this is a sure chance to kill, he has no authority to attack. You idiot! I told you projectile weapons are useless against me. You're the one who didn't listen to my warning. Lancer readies his lance again and regards his enemy, who is now hiding his face. A black body. A right hand covered in bandages. A face still hidden by the darkness. No. His face is flat and utterly featureless. It's just like the Nazgul from fucking Lord of the Rings. You saw my face, Lancer. I'm about to. I'm sure you're a servant, so let me check out what hero you are. I see you have a bind. No wonder you did not kill me. The servant retreats further into the shadows. He still has the dirk in his hand and his hostility is still emitting. Don't even try. It's my nature, but projectile attacks from a visible opponent aren't effective against me. You can't hurt me by using projectiles unless it's some great noble phantasm. I see. Projection against arrows. As expected from a hero with a name, you are not like me. The shadow wavers. The black servant sinks down into the ground, then springs up in an instant as he throws another dagger. If his leap is that of a deer, his movements are that of a spider, snake, or scorpion. Even while keeping his face hidden, the servant is as fast as Lancer when it comes to retreat. But Lancer's charge is still the fastest. It is a disgrace to take even a minute to corner his enemy. Damn. I know I destroyed his throat, but he's persistent. It doesn't seem like he's healed, so he must be drugged. The enemy glides across the water like a spider, and Lancer pursues him. In contrast, water sprays from his footsteps, but his speed is far greater. If I'd known this pain would stop him, I would have cut his joints. But I put that off since it doesn't work on the other opponents. But it is fatal for a human body to be cut at the joint where the main arteries lie. If the arteries are severed, death from severe bleeding will quickly follow. But that is only in normal combat. You cannot expect a servant, a heroic spirit, to die from excessive bleeding. As their life force is magical energy, cutting their arteries does not have much effect. The loss of a limb is another story, but cutting off a servant's limb is a difficult task. Doing so will likely cost you your own head in the process. Hashish, huh? I bet a heroic spirit who relies on drugs doesn't have healing powers. I'll end this fight with my next attack. Water splashes with lightning speed. His next attack will strike in 2 more seconds. He tenses, then thrusts at his fleeing enemy's left leg. With a start, Lancer jumps back from the water's surface. What the fuck is that? Water explodes upward. No, something beneath the water is snarling. Black tendrils snake out of the water, reaching up for the spearman. Is it because this creature dwells underwater? It seems to resemble a deep-sea monster from ancient times. What the? Lancer has nowhere to run. He instantly carves his rune on the bottom of the lake to create a boundary field, but it is easily penetrated. The dark tentacles are closing in on all sides, and his territory is shrinking by the second. The protection using all his runes, which can even block a great noble phantasm, does not even slow down the penetration. Watching Lancer. What is wrong, Lancer? It will swallow you if you do not move. Assassin sneers. But even the sneering spider is no exception. It seems these tendrils must engulf anything they can reach, as the spider does not approach the dark water. He knows that if he draws near, they will take interest in his new prey. But I will not allow that. I must kill you. I need more experience. I shall kill you to add to my intelligence. It's just like an RPG, apparently. The spider's dagger glimmers. The weapon about to be released is just a projectile. But is it not meaningless? Even though Lancer is surrounded by ghastly limbs, projectiles are meaningless against Lancer. You don't give up, do you? Well, I can't understand why you feel that way. Lancer observes the ghastly limbs around him. He was lured quite far in, but that's only about 30 meters to the opposite shore. He should be able to easily jump across such a distance. You lost because you wouldn't move from there. I'm done with my investigation, so I'm out of here. Lancer crouches low and braces his lance against the ground. Using his lance as support, Lancer vaults into the air. There. Oh, shit. What? He's struck by the simplest of attacks. A fake heart is taken out of Lancer's chest. Assassin has directly gouged out Lancer's heart from the distant shore, an impossible range. It is the purest magic, the simplest curse. It is the cursed hand, a magic of the Middle East specialized in cursing people. It is Assassin's noble phantasm, Zabaniah. Or Zabaniah. It surely destroys Lancer's heart, and the powerless body of the spearman falls into the black water. The surface boils. It is hectic, ferocious, and vulgar. You would not see such a gruesome meal even if meat were thrown into a cage of starving beasts. Numerous black limbs eliminate the human-shaped heroic spirit. The faceless servant standing in the black water swallows the heart of his prey with satisfaction. God damn.